We're talking today with Jon Goodman, real estate attorney. And Jon, thanks for being with us. Appreciate that. Foreclosure. It's in the news a lot. Media makes it out to be a crisis. What's your take on it?
I think crisis might be a little bit of an overstatement, but it's definitely a big problem for the economy.
There are new laws coming into effect January 1st in Colorado, changing the foreclosure laws. Can you first give us, or everyone who's watching, what the law is currently?
Yeah, the way the law is currently, once a foreclosure gets filed, a foreclosure sale is set up about 60 days later. Before the foreclosure sale, the borrower has a certain opportunity to pull the iron out of the fire, an opportunity to save their house from foreclosure. That opportunity we call the opportunity to cure. That is, that's the opportunity to bring the loan current. If the borrower isn't able to pull the iron out of the fire, the property goes to foreclosure sale. It gets sold at a public auction to the highest bidder. After the foreclosure sale, if the property is considered non-agricultural property, so if it's a garden variety single family home, a condo, a townhome, then the owner has what's called a 75-day owner's redemption period. And in the redemption period, they're essentially buying the property back from the highest bidder at the foreclosure sale. If that period passes and the owner hasn't redeemed, that's what we call the second opportunity to pull the iron out of the fire. If the owner hasn't redeemed, then they lose their house to foreclosure.
Okay, now what's the new law that goes into effect January? What changes from that scenario?
There's lots of subtle changes that aren't all that relevant to lay people. What's relevant to a homeowner who's contemplating going through the foreclosure process is the law takes the time that was otherwise devoted to the post-sale redemption period and moves that time pre-sale. So instead of having a 60-day period to bring the loan current, instead of having a 60-day time period to cure, the borrower has essentially a 4-month period to bring the loan current, but no redemption rights. Once the property goes to foreclosure sale, the game is over for the owner.
Personal view, do you like the change?
On balance, yes.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I like it because the game playing with foreclosure investing got a little bit out of hand, and I think this will tamp down on this some, and this will reward straightforward foreclosure investors who will go to the sales, they will bid. We might actually see some competitive bidding at foreclosure sales, bidding up the price of the property to the fair market value. Only time will tell.
What are you seeing, final question, as far as investor demand and interest?
There's tremendous foreclosure demand and interest. That's for two reasons. One is there's a tremendous amount of foreclosures out there, and investors are intrigued by that. But then there's also a lot of interest. There's also a lot of demand because the investor community knows that the laws are changing and they want to learn how they can take advantage of the rules under the new system.
Jon, great talking with you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Dan.
Appreciate it.
Find more real estate videos at brokeriptv.com.